the leaders of the APEC countries who are here with me, the APEC economies, and I am here simply to get started, nothing more than that, and then we will have 4 roundtables of breakout sessions. As I said yesterday morning when we started this APEC CEO Summit, there is a threat of protectionism around the world at the moment, and APEC, I think, is a very good organization to fight against that. And that certainly, I'm sure, is a very important part of our agenda. And naturally, it's not just trade that matters, it's investment, it's employment, it's labor, and labor has to be part of our effort, otherwise they will feel left out, and they're an essential part of this. So I think that from what I hear from Juan Francisco, you've had a very good meeting, and we'll close it up in the next hour in the breakout sessions. But thank you especially to the leaders who have come an immensely long way to be here. And I will now pass the floor to Juan Francisco. Thank you.
Quality growth and human development. In an increasingly complex world, how can governments and businesses promote sustainable economic growth and prosperity in Asia Pacific? Amid economic uncertainty, more effort is needed on social policies to spread opportunity, structural reform to unleash growth, and in communicating the benefits of free trade and investment. Our future prosperity relies on good governance, the rule of law, sound regulations, the success of small businesses, and the growth of services and innovation. How can the private sector collaborate for the benefit of for all in society? And how can we turn shared policy goals into concrete results? Market integration and lower barriers to the movement of goods, capital, and people has created health, education, and economic opportunities, and improved living standards and well-being for APEC residents. The WTO's Trade Facilitation Agreement has the potential to create an extra $1 trillion each year in global trade. This would mean new market opportunities, jobs, and livelihoods. Goals such as food security also benefit from lower barriers to trade and investment. Lower barriers facilitate the spread of technology, infrastructure, investment, and improved access to services, resulting in increased productivity, reductions in food waste and loss, and more reliable supplies of quality food for local communities. To realize the potential of greater trade, we must take significant steps to remove the barriers between our economies. Inclusive growth is when all of society has access to economic opportunity. Expanding policies that enable small businesses, women, and the young to benefit from open trade and investment should be a key focus. APEC advocates greater support for cross-border e-commerce training, capacity building for small businesses to enter global value chains, incubator and accelerator programs, and empowering women in the economy. Inclusive growth policies are essential to ensure that all of society participates in new economic opportunities. Technology is changing business models and the way companies engage customers. And yet, globally, 4 billion people have no internet access. 2 billion people have no access to financial services. Using technology to meet such needs requires policy to keep up with the pace of change. The APEC Connectivity Roadmap includes interim targets with measurable goals. APEC recommends prioritizing backbone services such as financial services, ICT, telecommunications, transportation and logistics, education and healthcare. Building connectivity by incentivizing private sector investment in ICT infrastructure and recognizing digital trade as a next-generation trade and investment issue. Stable and mature financial markets are vital to sustaining growth in the APEC region. Further legal, policy, and institutional reforms are needed to advance meaningful financial market integration, improved access to finance for small businesses, more resilient capital markets, a broader long-term investor base, active cross-border capital flows, a healthy pipeline of bankable infrastructure projects, extensive financial innovation and cooperation, and robust disaster risk financing. ABAC is committed to working with APEC governments to achieve our common goal of quality growth and human development. Crucial elements are upholding the rule of law, promoting good regulatory practices, strengthening connectivity, enhancing trade and investment flows, and continuing active public-private sector dialogue.
Your Excellency, APEC Chair for 2016, President Pedro Pablo Kuczynski. Your Excellencies, leaders of APEC. On behalf of the APEC Business Advisory Council, I would like to present you with our report and recommendations for the APEC 2016 year that had the theme of quality growth and human development. You have seen a video prepared for this occasion, some of the areas that we as the business community see as most important for immediate action. I would like to present now a report focusing on key business recommendations to make the Pacific region one that creates opportunities for all. We make these recommendations in a climate of unprecedented global concern about the pace and extent of trade liberalization and globalization. We acknowledge these concerns, the need to address them, and the need to make the case for free and open trade more clearly. We support necessary structural reform that recognize and alleviate economic disadvantage resulting from greater regional economic integration. We firmly believe that the economic reforms we have implemented in the region have lifted millions from poverty. We recognize, however, that there's a need to make more growth inclusive through a range of policy measures which address the needs of micro and small, medium enterprises, women, and the younger generation. Further economic liberalization, good governance, sound regulatory quality, promotion of services, and innovation are all indispensable for the region's economic future. I must confess to all of you that when we started our APEC meeting 3 days ago, there was a very negative, pessimistic outlook, especially regarding the future of openness, free trade, and investment. However, I'm very happy to confess that after a couple of days of CEO and interacting, of course, with many of the leaders of APEC, received a strong wind of optimism, and that we have to persevere and continue on the path for free trade, open investment, development, and quality growth for everyone. So we need to take necessary steps to accelerate the momentum for ambitious and comprehensive economic integration of the region through the proposed free trade area of the Asia Pacific, the famous FTAAP. That was an initiative started in the year of Chile, 2004, and we're now 12 years after that. But as a good friend of APEC told me, 11 years in these deals is short term. FTAAP will allow us to achieve the fundamental goals of the APEC vision, and we firmly believe that ambitious targets should be established, including a future timetable and concrete actions. The services sector is also of critical significance to quality growth. Technology is changing business models and the way companies deliver service. It is crucial that policy settings keep pace with the dramatic process of transformation brought by technology. We believe the APEC Services Competitiveness Roadmap should prioritize backbone services such as financial service, information, and of course ICT, telecommunications, transportation, logistics, and education and healthcare. There is no doubt that SMEs, or micro small business enterprises, are the drivers of entrepreneurship and employment. Expanding the role in the regional trade and investment is an important means to achieve quality growth and to reinforce the benefits of globalization. APEC is leading MSMEs-related initiatives that include mapping into incubators, accelerators, APEC cross e-commerce trading, and efforts to improve the economic empowerment of women. We need to work together to support micro, small business enterprises and participation in the global market. We reaffirm that food security is a vital component of an inclusive, healthy, and integrated regional economy. We believe that open trade and investment is critical for achieving and maintaining food security. Practical measures that require effective public-private coordination to enhance the productivity of the rural sector, including new technologies to reduce food waste and loss, and better infrastructure are also important. The role of finance for sustained growth and avoiding the middle income trap is significant to the region. We should work together to expand access to finance, deepen capital markets, broaden the long-term investor base, facilitate cross-border capital flows, and develop a pipeline of bankable infrastructure projects. Promote financial innovation and cooperation, and strengthen disaster risk financing and insurance mechanisms. We need your support to reinforce these efforts by encouraging legal, policy, and institutional reforms and promote financing of infrastructure projects and regional financial integration. APEC calls for actions to close the connectivity gap, as it remains a significant challenge to achieve sound quality growth. Today, only 43% of the world's population is connected to the internet. That is 4.2 billion people who don't have access to digital connectivity. We ask you to strengthen efforts to develop digital infrastructure that will make our region more efficient and competitive. If we achieve the integration of this 4.2 billion, it is estimated that the GDP of APEC region will grow 10%. Finally, upholding the rule of law and promoting good regulatory practices are fundamental ingredients for achieving quality growth and human development, as well as enhancing trade and investment flows. To enhance resilience and inclusiveness in our region, we will welcome your leadership to ensure APEC remains a showcase of best practice in the rule of law and regulatory quality. APEC is the voice of the business sector in APEC. We are fully committed to continue working together to bring prosperity to the APEC region. We now invite all of you to proceed to the working breakout groups for the dialogue. Thank you very much.